Shalom, shalom. I want to start by giving our praises, glory, and honor to the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. My name is Brother Napak from the Camp Prophets in Babylon, down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, to the hopeful elect, and the ones listening in. And I want to get into a quick lesson, on a post that one of the brethren reposted on Mawan Abad. I posted a video from GMS North Carolina 777. And in these posts, it's going into the whole thing with the UK, implementing the whole digital ID thing, and it's a lot of information on this, but I also got an article as well on it. And it's, it's very informative when it comes to, what these devils are going to do or what their plot is. All right, but this is in the UK, but this is going to be here in America soon, man. Bible prophecy. Okay, but the rest of the world is preparing for this agenda of Esau's agenda of doing this. So, but just to get straight into it, this is one of the posts. The poster brothers reposted. It's from this guy on X, formerly known as Twitter, Ali Zaytiri. It says the UK has announced digital IDs will be mandatory to work. No ID, no job. This isn't just an idea. This is happening, not for convenience, not for safety, but for control. Agenda 2030 is unfolding before our eyes, and we know, men of the Lord, prophets, we know what that digital ID is, which is the RFID chip, all right, which is the mark of the beast. And we understand that through the Bible, the scriptures, We all know the scripture. We all know the scriptures are referring to this, okay? And the elders on down of GMS have been preaching and prophesying of this for years, man, all right? So this is, we're coming to this time, and it's very heavy, man. We're coming into very heavy times where a lot of people are going to be tested, man. All right. It says no ID, no job. All right. That's one of the ways it will be a test. You won't be able to work. You won't be able to go into your job and clock in and make money you need to provide for your family and the people that depend on you. Okay. All right. It says this isn't just an idea, it's a plan. This been plotted out, planned out, sought out for years. All right. It ain't just, an idea that just popped up out of nowhere, man. This has been already talked about, all right, and plotted on for years, man. It says this is happening not for convenience, not for safety, but for control. All right, so this is happening for control, to control the people. All right, it says, what is a digital ID? A government-controlled profile that links your biometric data, face, fingerprints, IRS. It says passport, bank account, health records, your online activity, taxes, travel, total control by the state. And one-click denial of everything, too. Woo! So... And we know this, man. We know this, all right? Brothers have been preaching this, So the scriptures got into it at camp yesterday. The scripture says, then shall they know a prophet has been among them, all right? Then shall they know a prophet has been among them. And, brothers and have been preaching of this, telling you that these devils are going to know your face, your data, everything, where you live at, where your travel expenses, you traveling, your taxes, your online activity, your bank account, health records, passports, face, fingerprints, IRS, everything, man. Because they want that total control. This is their agenda. All right? To have that total control. It says, without a digital ID, you will be unable to work, locked out of your bank. Scripture says you won't be able to buy or sell. It says denied Healthcare restricted from travel, silenced online. It's not about convenience, it's about control. And last one, it says, this isn't happening in isolation. It's a part of Agenda 2030, step by step, right before your eyes. Digital IDs, central bank digital currencies, climate rationing, AI-powered censorship, all roads lead to control. All right, so these devils are gradually, you know, and then they got the face right here. Those damn devil. That's why I was laughing. That's why I laughed earlier. But these devils are gradually implementing, all right, their total control through that RFID chip, that mark of the beast. All right, and that's what, makes me want to grab, or have me grab this right here. First, let me grab the scripture that I had quoted. I believe it's Ezekiel 33. Yep. Ezekiel 33 and verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. All right, so this is coming to pass, man. All right, we've seen it right before our eyes with these other countries and states, and continents. These devils are implementing that RFID chip, or the New World Order, NWO. All right, but shortly it will be coming here to America, which is, like I said, prophecy, man. All right, we know this through the scriptures, and everybody that, mocked and scoffed, and, you're going to see it. It ain't going to be so far-fetched, and it's not far-fetched now. It's being talked about. It's being presented online, and the elders, apostles, have been preaching of this for years, man. Okay? It says, this is Revelation chapter 13, and I want to get, I'm going to start at verse 15. He says that he had the power to get life. It's like it until the image of the beast. That image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, so these devils have the power, from the Lord, what the Lord given them. All right, to be able to do this. All right, to bring in that new world order, to bring in their agenda. All right, to have that total control. All right, they had the power to, give life to the image of the beast, man. All right, and the slogan for the NWO is show no mercy. So whoever don't go with it, whoever is not down with what these devils want to put down, all right, you're going to get put down, and that's just prophecy as well. Okay, we know this through prophecy. These devils are going to either kill you, or you got to take that RFID chip and go along with the NWO. All right, with the New World Order, with their New World Order. All right. So, us knowing this, man, all right, we understand that ultimately we ain't gonna take that, man. All right. We standing, 10 toes down with the Lord, man. All right. To hell with these damn devils and whatever they got coming for us, man. Okay. So it says, and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So ultimately, they starting it off and they saying, if you don't get these digital IDs, you won't be able to work. All right, you won't be able to buy, you won't be able to, be on social media. All right, you won't be able to do the normal necessary things that are needed of you to be able to survive in the society. Okay. And which is going to get a lot of people as well. All right. But here's how they're bringing it. Here's the excuse to bring it in. It says digital ID will tackle illegal working and deter migrants. Starmer insists. All right. Sir Keir Starmer has insisted digital IDs will help stop people working illegally and deter migrants from coming to the UK. The Prime Minister announced on Friday that the government would introduce a new ID system by 2029 that will be mandatory for people working in the UK. All right, so these devils trying to have, you know, this introduced by the year 2029 so they can cut off the illegal working, all right, immigrants, all right, people that are not citizens in their country, all right? So how do you think, the U.S. is going to play it? Seeing this, this is really a well plotted and thought it out plan, all right, to implement that RFID chip, digital IDs, so they can know who you are, where you work, where you stay, if you're a citizen or not. If you don't got it, you can't work, you can't do anything, you can't provide for yourself, all right? So you got to take it in order so they can know who you are and you can be able to work. And like I said, that's going to get a lot of people, all right? That's going to have a lot of people panicking in panic mode, trying to, seek, some type of security. And the only security they're going to have is, I got to get that chip so I can be able to eat. I can be able to work. I can be able to provide for my family. All right? It goes on, says, and he causes both small and great free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads. So these devils going to cause everybody, all right? Everybody, whether you small, great, rich, poor, free, bond, in prison, or everyone has to get it, man. So they can know who you are and have that total control. All right? And their excuse is, so it won't be any illegal working. All right? So it won't be any immigrants or, people are what's it called? Illegal aliens, as they would say, that's not a citizen working within their country, or even, making a living for themselves in their country. Okay? And this is a way they're gonna get rid of these. They saying this is a way to get rid of that. All right, to get rid of the illegal immigrants. So if you don't got it, best believe you're gonna be checked everywhere you go. All right, you gotta check in. You gotta, you don't got it. Oh yeah, no, nigga, you gotta, the law enforcement is going to be called. All right. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, say that he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So you won't be able to buy or sell, say that he that have that mark. All right. So if you don't got it, if you don't got it, you ain't gonna be able to do anything. You ain't gonna be able to work. Just like the post said. Okay. It says no job, no ID, no job. Okay. And these are all the things that's going to be linked, all right, to that digital ID. Your biometric, your face, fingerprints, IRS, passport, bank account, health records, your online activity, taxes, travel, all right? You won't be able to travel. You won't be able to go to the next state, the next country, anywhere without that digital ID. And this is what these devils are trying to bring on in, all right, to cut off, anybody, that's not supposed to be in America or the UK. You're going to be found out. All right. But ultimately, they really want to use that digital ID to have total control. All right. It says, without a digital ID, you will be unable to work, locked out of your bank. All right. No more money, okay, in your bank account. You can't get access to the money that's in your bank account. It says denied health care, restricted from travel, and silence online. So what the scripture says, and that no man might buy or sell, say that he that hath the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right. So you won't be able to buy or sell or do anything, all right, with that if you don't have that mark. All right. So, hey, man, I just ultimately just want to get into a quick, edify lesson in that, Lord willing, I can be edified, and watching on your watchtower. All right, because this happened over last week. Okay. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect and the ones listening in. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakadash. Once again, double honor to elders and apostles who great millstone who teach you well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.